Hi guys, this is Dawn with Furtastic Friends, and today I'm coming to you with another Crockpot recipe. Now this one is super easy and super delicious and perfect for when you are just don't have the time and you really just want to set it and forget it and have a yummy meal for your family. This is called Crockpot pork chops and stuffing. And what you need is anywhere between about 1 and 2 pounds of pork chops. And you can use the pork loin or the bone-in. It's your choice. You need 1 can of cream of mushroom soup, 1 box of stuffing mix, or you can use a small bag of stuffing mix, and then anywhere between 1.5 to 2 cups of chicken broth. That will depend on how dry you want your stuffing mix to be. If you like yours really moist, then go to the 2 cups. If you like it a bit drier, then go down to 1.5 cups. Now, the optional ingredient is some mushrooms. If you really like mushrooms, then add in some fresh mushrooms or some canned mushrooms on top of your chops. But this is just an optional ingredient. You do not have to add those, okay? That is just something you don't have to add. This right here is all you need to make this recipe, okay? And then just some salt and pepper, some lightly salt and pepper on your chops, and that's all you need. So let's go. Okay guys, now the first thing you're going to do is, I've already plugged in my crock pot, and you're going to want to set it to low. And then the first thing you're going to do is you're going to put your stuffing in a bowl and pour your chicken broth over your stuffing and give that a good mix to let the stuffing start soaking up some of that chicken broth, and set that to the side. And then we're going to lightly season our pork chops with some salt and pepper and maybe some garlic powder, but be just very lightly with the salt, because your canned mushroom soup usually has salt in it, and you really don't want to go too heavy with the salt. So we're going to go ahead and do that with our pork chops. And then once you do that, you start putting your pork chops in your crock pot. Now, this probably is not even a full pound, or it's probably just right at a pound of pork loins. I don't remember because I took these out of my freezer. But like I said, you can use the ones with the bone in. It just depends on what you have available already in your freezer or refrigerator, or what you buy at the store. Now the next part will be pouring the soup over your chops. But since I've decided I want some extra mushroom flavor, I'm going to add the mushrooms. Now, I probably shouldn't add the whole pack, but I don't need these mushrooms for any other ingredient, and if I don't go ahead and use these up, they're going to go bad in my fridge. So I might as well go ahead and just use the whole container at this point, instead of them going bad in the fridge. Oh, and you know what? I probably should have added some onions to this too, but heck, I can do that next time. Now, add your soup. And kind of just mix that in with those mushrooms and push that down on top of those chops. Some of those mushroom slices were pretty big. Okay. And now, the stuffing mixture that you had sitting to the side, that's been soaking up some of that chicken broth. I'm giving it a good stir because it has already been soaking up some of that broth. We're now going to stir that, or pour that, I'm sorry, on top. And I'm now going to spread that evenly. Okay, now I'm going to put my lid on top, and I'm going to cook that on low for approximately 4 hours for the amount of chops I have. Now, if you're cooking more chops than this and you're cooking bone-in, you could go 5 to 6 hours. But I'm going to check this at 4 hours, and I'll be back. Okay, guys. It's time to check on Din Din. Oops, sorry for the steam. Yep, everything is done. Now, since I used fresh mushrooms, and you know how mushrooms have a lot of water, I probably should have cut back on the chicken broth, because those mushrooms added a lot more moisture to this. And there's my pork chops at the bottom. But see, that's alright. All you have to do is, if it's still a little too moist for you, just let this sit for, say, another 15 or 20 minutes with the lid off, and a lot of this moisture will cook off. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and put the lid back on, but I'm going to put it on this way, so a lot of the steam will cook off, or the moisture will cook off and thicken up my stuffing, and then I'll come back and make my plate. I'm also going to go ahead and, in the meantime, cook me some green beans to go to, along with this, so that way that will finish up what my dinner will be. So when that happens, I'll be back. Okay, guys, dinner is done. Pork chops and stuffing done in the crock pot. And I also went ahead and cooked me some green beans, and dinner is ready to go. So if you want a quick meal and you want it done in the crock pot, you can do it. If you're new to my channel, I hope you subscribe. And as always, love, hugs, and kitty kisses. Bye, guys.